and welcome back to my channel. Today we're just going to summarize everything I have done for the past couple of months since I started my journey and since I started my YouTube channel. Everything comes up to me trying to prove that you do not have to be a professional seamstress, pattern maker, or any professional designer in order for you to achieve this result. This is purely the result of my work for the past couple of months. I'm just trying to prove that you can be anyone. You can just have a basic sewing machine. In my situation, I have a Brother SE400 sewing machine. It's an absolutely brilliant. I do have different equipment. I have industrial sewing machine. However, it's a lot more difficult to bring them up to my studio on the second floor. They're stuck in a basement since we moved last year. And so I decided to take this challenge in just trying to sew with my basic sewing machine and with my commercial serger overlocker. And so in saying this is what I have achieved for the past couple of months. It is not a lot, it's just a matter of you starting your journey. It's you just trying to get familiar with the basic notions that you need, with the basic equipment that you may need, and try to know the fabric. Understand exactly how the fabric works, the thread you need to use. Start with the basics, start small, start testing the waters. And I can tell you that if you are very little passionate about the sewing and creating your own clothes and saving money, pretty soon you're going to be in love with the process of creating your own clothes and making something so unique and different as I am creating here for myself. With my one-on-one clients, I usually go ahead and have something very personal. We just meet, we sit down. My client usually brings me something like a mood board. It tells me exactly where they're going, what their vision is. Most of the time, I assist them in purchasing the fabric. Some other times, if they're a little bit more adventurous, they go outside there, they purchase the fabric with my advice, bring me the fabric, we start customized measurements, and then from there we get into constructing the garment. It's really interesting to see how many people actually interested in having one-of-a-kind clothing. They want something that fit them really well, that they can wear for a very long time. I just want to go ahead and show you how much I've created for the past 6 months, how much money I would have spent if I had to go to the store and purchase them, and how much I have here and how long it takes. And so bear with me a little bit. Let's take one by one at a time. One of my last creations is this loungewear set, which I have worn probably every day since I've made it. The whole ensemble probably cost me somewhere about $12 to $14, zippers included. It fits me perfectly. It's actually everything I've ever wanted into a loungewear set. While I was deciding, I went ahead and checked online. Some of them would be up to about $300-400. Indeed, I do not know the quality of those garments. Next is this fitted dress. I do like to have a bit of a turtleneck, especially in a fall. Whole shoulder here. I have a long sleeve. I have a bit of a ruffle just for a bit of flair. Fits me great. I made it myself. It's a very thick jersey and I probably made it for under $10. And so it's something that I absolutely wear in the fall, especially in my previous career as a realtor. Next up, we have a lace dress. A lace like this I found for under $3 at my discount fabric store. I made a very simple dress with a bit of ruffle for the flair, a couple of gathering on the waist, long sleeve, and I pair with the belt that I found at the store for probably under $10. This was something that I usually wear with the shapewear because I need a little bit more coverage. I did not have time enough. I created this dress in probably under couple of hours, and so because I didn't have time to create lining, I have to wear with a shapewear underneath just so I can show very little. Next up, we have again another piece of scuba. As you know, I love scuba. These are some fabric pieces that I had left, some leftovers, and I decided to create something that I can just throw on when I need to go and get my kids from school. Usually scuba, where I purchase as a source, I get it for probably about $4.99 per yard. You can also find at your local store for probably under $7-8. And so as you can see, the sky is the limit. You can do color blocking, you can do solid color, you can do pattern, you can do whatever you want as long as it fits you. It doesn't have to be a snug fit, it can be something really, really wide, something easy and casual to wear. You can attach a hood if you want, or you can make just whatever type of neckline works for you. And again, with this type of fabric, remember, scuba, it's a fabric that would allow you to learn. It's a fabric that would be very forgiving. So give it a go. You're gonna be happy with the result. Next, we have a jumpsuit. Jumpsuits are some of my favorite. I enjoy wearing jumpsuits. I created pockets as well, which again, it's a must. Next, we have this top, which is a bit of an asymmetrical top. It's longer at the back with a couple of pleats here just to give a bit of flair. I lined the front just because of the static would create a very weird feel. But again, this is something that was also part of my collection, and this is something that I normally wear. It's so easy to make, it's so simple to create, and it's probably under $10 worth of fabric here. Now, if you haven't watched yet, go ahead and watch my video about a summer dress. Summer dress for me are a must. I do love to wear something so flowy and easy in the summer. I love floral, vibrant pattern, and obviously I had to give these dress pockets. I cannot live without the pockets. I created a pair of sightseeing pockets. I only had 1.5 yards of fabric, so paying $5 per yard, this dress pretty much cost me under $7.50. Fits me beautifully. It's the type of pattern I love. I don't have to go through the stores and look for fit and look for price. I just have to go and buy my own fabric and create my own dress. Right here I have something that I enjoy so much, and these are my bodycon dresses. And if you haven't had a chance to go and watch my video, please do so. I love to make bodycon dresses. They're incredible, simple to make, they're so flattering, and they go with pretty much anything. I do like to make at least an elbow sleeve for my bodycon dresses because of my unfit arms are usually giving me a bit of a coverage. And you can pair them with a blazer, you can pair them with a pair of sneakers, you can pair them with a sandal, pair of flats. You can pair them with anything and have an amazing look of the day. This is a stretchy four-way jersey, probably cost me under $4 per yard, and so a dress like this would be anywhere under $6-7. The blazer though, on the other hand, I never got to finish it. I will have to finish it. I'll have to put lining. It's one of my very first blazer I've ever created. This is a floral scuba fabric. It has a beautiful texture. It's not extremely thick, but it's really, really good for a spring look. This ensemble was such a good idea for me, mainly because it cost me very little money. I probably spent $12.50 for fabric. I had to attach a zipper and a button, and so I'm looking probably under $14-15 worth of fabric and notions. Probably took me an afternoon altogether to sew this ensemble, but it's so easy to wear, it's so flattering, it's so beautiful, has a lot of box pleats for a lot of movement. The skirt is maxi and it gives me such a flowy feel, especially in the summer. Right here we have my wrap dress. I am a huge fan of Diane von Furstenberg, but how many of us can actually afford a wrap dress? It is a staple. We should all be able to afford to have one. Unfortunately, they run anywhere between $400 to $700, the original one. I've been even through the thrift stores trying to find one. I was unlucky. I could not find any original Diane von Furstenberg, so I decided that I'm going to get myself one. I went through my local fabric store and I found the pattern. I believe was a Vogue pattern. Was about $30, and I wasn't willing to pay even that much. I'm going to create this dress in a lot more patterns. This is a stretchy fabric. It's such an easy, snug feel. I will create this dress in a lot more lengths. I will make a midi dress, I'll make another maxi dress, but I just want to get hold of making the concept. I just want to see how this is going to fit on me. It probably cost me under $10-12 to make this dress. Whether it looks close to the original or not, it doesn't matter. It's something that I created for myself. I'm very proud of it. It fits me great. So what more than that would I want? $12 worth of fabric. I draped the dress on my dress form and I came up with this. Look forward though to create it in a different patterns. I think it's going to look amazing. One of my last year videos was this formal dress. I had to take this dress at a wedding. This was a January wedding. It was on a Saturday, 6 p.m. It was extremely cold, and by the time I decided I'm going to make this dress, I already knew that I want to be covered, I want to be comfortable, I want to look good, but I also want to be warm. So believe it or not, this is a scuba dress with a bit of lace that I had some leftovers. I gave a bit of a flare to the sleeve because I wanted to create a bit of formal flare. I put a belt on it to cover my waist seam, but at the same time I had leggings underneath this. I created a bit of a train because I wanted to create a bit more extra drama and I wanted to make it a little bit more formal. But this is my scuba dress. I wore this at the wedding. I probably spent under $15 to make it. Took me a day or so, my formal dress for my January wedding. Now, this is something that I cannot stop wearing. I wear this everywhere, especially now when it's spring and it's not warm, but it's not cold, but it's a little bit sunny, but then the sun goes and some clouds are coming and the weather is so undecided. So I need something with a bit more coverage. For whatever reason, I'm always cold, and not just cold, I'm extremely cold. And so therefore, I need something that gives me a bit more coverage. And so I cannot always decide what I'm going to wear underneath. I know I can wrap it around and nobody will ever know what I have underneath this. Now it has a lot of movement to it. It's a little bit of asymmetrical, as you can see here. I love it and I think it fits me great. These are the things that I love to create. Whenever I make something for myself, I just want to truly show who I am aesthetically and why I want to wear those things. I don't like really going to the store and purchasing something that is so generic because it's not me. And so if I do want to wear something that it's truly not generic and a little bit more different, most of the time costs a lot of money that I'm not willing to pay. And so therefore I had to learn everything I could about fabrics. I need to understand how I make patterns. I might not be the best at it, but I am getting there. If you had a chance to watch my last video, thank you. And if you haven't, please do so. I'm actually explaining there how my journey happened. How did I get to be here? How did I got here? What was my journey? What was the materials that I got to study? Where did I get all my information? However, for the past couple of weeks, I was thinking, could I be better at this? Could I get better? Could I get more sophisticated fit? Can I get more complicated designs? And so trying to challenge myself, I realized that I do not know as much as I should. And so therefore I purchased this. And so whatever you see here was just draped by me, with pattern made by me, but without the actual formal training, just by books, just by making mistakes, just by learning, just by deconstructing clothes from the thrift store. As of this week, I decided that this is going to be my next challenge. This book here is going to be something that I'm gonna live by. It's going to be my new Bible in sewing, and I'm going to try to learn as much as I can, and I'm also going to share with you as much as I can from this book. I just want to know whether I could get more professional, whether I could get those professional finishes, whether I can make less mistakes, because to be honest with you, everything you see here and everything I make on a daily basis has little mistakes. Sometimes I wish I wouldn't make those mistakes, but on the other hand, I think every single mistake I've ever made, it was actually with a purpose. I learned out of that mistake. And in fact, I think every single mistake I've ever made, it actually brought me here to be able to sustain my wardrobe, to be able to make everything I know, to be able to create a collection, fall winter collection. And so mistakes are not bad. I'm teaching my kids all the time that making mistakes is really not that bad, as long as you're willing to learn from your mistakes. So mistake after mistake, it brought me here where I can make patterns my own way. I can drape garments on dress form. I can resize garments, but could I do better? Could I be more professional? Could I learn how to design more intricate things? And so this is the challenge. It's an incredibly crazy challenge. And I've been opening this book for the past couple of days. And I can tell you this is going to be probably the biggest challenge for the past couple of years. Whenever you decide you want to do something like this, it's still a challenge. But when you try to go the formal route, when you try to learn the right way, then things are getting complicated because I already know a lot of things. And so trying to put everything I know on the side to be able to make space for things done the right way is going to be my challenge. So wish me good luck. If you haven't had a chance to watch any of my previous videos, please do so. If you subscribe already, thank you very much. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel, give me feedback. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your time. And I look forward to having you here back again. And I hope you will follow my progress with my challenge. Thank you very much again from the bottom of my heart for being here. And I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great evening. Take care. Goodbye.